In this video, I'll explain how to back up photos from your Mac to your network home folder. Your network home folder is the same folder that you access here at the right end of the dock. And all the data that's stored in your network home folder is kept on a server here, stored here in the building. You can also, even though you can only access this folder from the dock while you're on the OPS network, you can still upload documents to your network home folder from home by using the OPS portal at portal.ops.org. Uh, so again, what I'll show you today is how to copy photos from your Mac to your network home folder. First, open Google Chrome. If you do not have Google Chrome installed on your Mac, please see me. If you do not see Google Chrome on the dock as it's shown here, you can open the Finder or click on the Finder icon at the left end of the dock. Then go to Applications, and you should see Google Chrome listed there. The reason why we are using Google Chrome is because Chrome is the only browser that will allow you to drag folders, not just individual files, but folders into your network home folder on the OPS portal or on your OneDrive for Business. So first we'll go to the OPS portal at portal.ops.org. Then once you get there, hit login with the same username and password you used to log into computers. And there is no need to type @ops.org at the end of your username. That is only done when you're logging into your Office 365 account. So you can enter your username and password as in the format shown here. Click Login, and you're taken to the OPS portal. Now, the place where we want to go is going to be either in this Staff Applications link right here. Now, depending on the size of your monitor on your home computer or on your laptop, you may see it listed as Staff Applications 1 and Staff Applications 2 instead of just Staff Applications. Regardless, click here, and you'll want to click on this green web storage tile right here. And again, if you click on Staff Applications 1 and don't see this, then click on Staff Applications 2 and you'll see it there. Because of the resolution on my monitor, I just see one link, so I click on that, and then click on Web Storage. And this may take a few seconds to load. Okay, and what you see here is a list of all of the folders that you are allowed to connect to as an OPS employee. The one we're concerned with is the network home folder, which again, all this data is stored on the server here at Mars. So what I'm going to do is create a backup folder. I've already created one here in my network home folder, but if you wanted to create a folder, then you can click on this new button, click new folder, and you can name it what you want. So I'm just going to create a folder here called backup 2. Okay, and now I see a folder called backup 2. So I'm going to click in here, and here I see the contents of that folder, which are empty because I don't have anything in there. So what I'm going to do to get to my photos is click on the Finder icon at the left end of the dock to switch to the Finder. And I'm going to close out of any windows that appear. What I want to do is go up to this Go menu in the top menu bar and then click Home. Okay, this folder is called your local home folder, and this has all of your user-specific documents that are stored on the computer itself. So in other words, stored on the hard drive of your actual computer as opposed to your network home folder where everything's stored on a server here in the building. So your photos are going to be in this Pictures folder by default. And over here I see this other folder called iPhoto Library. Depending on what type of computer you're using, you may see the Photos library if you have a newer computer that is running Photos, which Photos is what replaced iPhoto. So you may see Photos library here, and just whatever applications you use, be it iPhoto or Photos, this is where you'll find all the photos you've imported. So how do you get to the photos you've imported from here? Well, first you hold down the control button and then click, and that performs a right-click function on a Mac. If you're on a laptop, you can also press two fingers on the trackpad in order to do that same right-click function in order to bring up this menu. And once this menu is up, click Show Package Contents, and all the raw photos that you've imported are in this Masters folder. So you can do one of two things. You can just drag this Masters folder onto this area in order to copy that entire folder over there. In my case, the Masters folder is over 11 gigabytes, so that would take a very long time. I would probably only want to do that if I was at home and connected to the internet and didn't need to actually use a computer for quite some time, because it'll take a long time to upload. What I'm going to do is if you expand the Masters folder, you'll see that it's divided into year and, and divided into months. The dates shown here, these are the dates that the photos were imported, not necessarily the date that the photos were taken. But if you keep expanding these folders, then you'll see a folder containing either photos or videos that you have imported. Sometimes you'll see a mix of both. Since this folder only contains two folders, I'm going to just drag this entire folder into my network home folder, or into the backup 2 folder I created on my network home that's shown here in Chrome. So I'm going to highlight that folder, click, drag it to the right onto this window, and then once I see this folder on top, I'm going to let go. What you'll see here at the very top, there'll be a progress bar that shows how long it'll take until it's copied, and that didn't take very long because there were just two photos in there. So if I open this folder, and then you'll see the folder structure that was contained in there, it was left intact. So now I have those two folders. And if I open up my network home folder here, I'll see that backup 2 folder that I created in the browser. It's showing up here as well. And I can go in and view those files here as well. So the reason why you would want to upload photos and movies to your network home folder like I've done here is because often these files are very large, taken as a collection. So if you upload them to OneDrive for Business and your Surface Pro is synced to OneDrive for Business, then because the Surface Pro doesn't have too much hard drive space, only 128 gigabytes, as much as a MacBook Air, it may not fit all of your photos and videos. Say if you have 200 gigabytes of photos and videos on your laptop now, which I have seen some teachers have that have that many or have that much, then if you were to upload that into OneDrive for Business, all 200 gigabytes, and your Surface Pro was connected to OneDrive for Business, and the next time you turn on your Surface Pro, it's going to try downloading all those files, and it's going to fill up your and it's going to fill up your hard drive space on the Surface pretty fast. So the reason that's why you'd want to upload those very big files over to your network home folder, is that you'll still have access to it while you're on the OPS network or while you're just connected to a network. Um, you can access it at portal.ops.org, and also on your Surface while you're on the district's network, you can access it um, using File Explorer, and it'll be called your H drive on the Surface. So this Just real quickly is was a brief tutorial on how to upload on how to find your photos and how to copy them on your network folder to back them up. You can, if you have movies that you want to copy over, and say they were iMovie projects, and you would do much the same thing. You would click on Finder, close out of the windows that appear, go to Go, Home. iMovie projects are going to be kept in here, or say screen recordings that you've made, they'll all be kept in here. Your music, likewise, is kept in your iTunes library. If you go to iTunes Media and Music, this is where all the music that you've imported is kept. You can drag that over as well. Yep. So now I have that backed up as well. So again, so this is just how you would copy uh, items to your network home folder, especially if you're outside the district's network and can't just drag and drop to this folder over here. If you have any questions, then please just send me an email and I'll respond as soon as I can.